Pencils down, baby. Pencils.
There it is.
Down.
They're down.
Hey, see right? Pencil in my hand, Eddie. Do you see?
No. Here, look.
Look at that. Pencils down.
All down.
It's Ramble time. We might be joined by. Look, I feel bad. I threw Cody under the bus saying he was going to be at Day Baseball. That's not the case. But he is having.
Is it really not the case?
He's having a power outage issue. So
where are you getting this information from?
From Cody. So he could be lying.
Right.
He could be having a big old hot dog and
his scorecard in the other hand. He's one of those guys that does scoring.
Scores the game.
He scores baseball when he goes there. Is that the Biggest Loser move? That's worse than cosplay at Comic-Con, right?
Yes, because I hate to break it to those people, but the fucking scoreboard is right there in big lights for everyone to see.
And they're not doing it better. You're not doing it better than them.
Than they are. Like,
they're the pros. They're paid to do it.
I don't understand how baseball is. How do you score it anyway? Like, how are there different ways to look? You either have a run or you fucking don't. It's either
that's a strike. That's a strike. Okay.
It's strike. It's either 5-2 or it isn't.
Like, what are you doing?
So fucking.
What are you doing with your life if you're scoring baseball at a baseball game?
I think it's only good if every game you disagree with the final score and you try to raise a stake. Actually, no, it's 6-2, not 4-2.
But is MLB listening to you with your scorecard?
Probably not.
No, they're not. You're wasting your time and everybody else's.
I saw a dude one time on an airplane. Now I'm going to get real conspiratorial here.
Okay.
He was on an airplane. It was a long flight.
Yeah.
And he just had a notebook binder, Eddie. Filled with empty baseball score sheets, and he just started filling them in. And I thought, what if it's all rigged? And this guy's job is to just tell you how each game, like he was just the entire next season of MLB.
He had it mapped out.
He was mapping it out, and they had to follow it to a T. I don't know what the fuck else he's doing.
Maybe he's practicing. Maybe he's just practicing. He's running games in his head, and he's practicing.
Do you know how to score a game? If
I know, I see a strike and a ball, and then
Yep, I know that. I know, but apparently there are different ways. You've heard this, right? There's different ways to score baseball games. Like, we could both go to the game.
Yeah.
Like, and it's again like the same cosplayers at Comic-Con, the same weirdos that go to movie theaters with blankets, right? Like that's us. Like that would be us. Scoring.
I think we go see Thor: Love and Thunder with blankets. You and I.
Blankets. We should have blankets covering our legs.
We recline blankets and pillows.
People do that, right? So I think scoring baseball games is that equivalent. But you could be next to me scoring a game, and I could be next to you, and we could have the same score, but we've scored it completely different. Apparently, I'm pretty sure that's real. That there are multiple ways to score a baseball game.
But what would be the point?
I don't know.
Because all that really matters is the final run count at the end.
That's all that matters is the final fucking score.
None of the other shit matters.
Nothing. And you're going to miss a play just so you can mark down on a pencil what happened.
I mean, error, unforced error. I mean, what?
That's how you know how boring a fucking sport is if you can score it while it's happening. That is boring as shit. And boxing is completely different. Because you have to. That's the only way you know the outcome is for the judges to score the match. Right?
But that's their job.
That's their job.
Not everybody. You don't go to a boxing match and sit there and count
hits
while you're watching.
Oh, I got Ramirez leading after 2.
No, you go to enjoy the fight and you let the professionals handle the score.
Yes, but in baseball you have these people who go and score games. and supposedly it could be done different. So that's it.
And again, I ask the question: who fucking cares?
Who cares?
All that matters is the end score.
Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit?
Not with this guy next to you. Look, I agree it's 5-3, but
I got there this way. I don't care how you got there.
I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
Oh fuck! Has Cody joined yet?
No.
So he's sitting there. You think he's got a big old jumbo dog, the hat with the 2 beard holes and the straws, and he's
got the old radio headphones with the antenna, and he's dialed in to the stadium radio, and he's hearing the announcer through the stadium radio.
and he's scoring.
And he's just got a visor, no top, just one of those plastic visors that go around the head, but not all the way around. It's the plastic kind that just fit around the temples. And the big yellow earphone.
And he's busy scoring a game.
And he's scoring the game, eating a corn dog.
That's rough. That's. I mean, you can't even heckle when you're scoring a game, can you?
You can't do anything when you're scoring a game.
What do you can't...
You're watching the game and then looking down to write down what you think is the score.
Could you imagine scoring a basketball game? Just like how... Like you doing this.
What that's going on.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Okay. That's why baseball is the most boring fucking sport on the planet.
Jesus.
It is... I mean, Jesus Christ. Easy to score a soccer game. That's 1-0. That's 1-0 after an hour.
You count assists though in soccer though, right?
You do.
Okay.
But again, you're gonna have maybe 1 or 2 chances.
You're gonna make 3 or 4 marks in that piece of paper, and that's about it.
That's it.
Not much more.
Game. God Almighty, man! Did I ever tell you? I think I told this story on the Ramble, but one time I was at a Mavs game, and they were playing Minnesota when Tyronn Lue was in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And this is why I have zero sympathy for fans getting attacked. I think it should happen. But this guy was just yelling, and we were were great seats, right? The players clearly heard us, and were choosing to ignore what this gentleman was yelling. But Tyronn Lue and Kevin Garnett were seated next to each other on the Minnesota bench, and the guy kept yelling, "Hey, KD, you brought your bitch with you? Hey, KD, is that little bitch you're going to fuck him after the game, KG? Huh, KG? Is that your bitch? Hey, Garnett, did you bring your bitch with you?" Just the whole fucking game. Like, God. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Was he even enjoying the game, or he was?
I don't know. He wasn't. The Mavs. It was a good game. They were up 15 the whole game. It was a great game.
He was just there.
He was there to remind Kevin Garnett that he was fucking Tyronn Lue, and he just kept yelling it just the whole fucking time. He just kept.
Well, I guess if he had a good time and got his money's worth, that's all that matters.
The entire game. Oh fuck! It would have been how perfect. Because what's that guy gonna do if if someone in the Mavericks organization found that guy and just gave Garnett his address?
Yeah, just here.
And Garnett just shows up hey, guess who's my bitch tonight? It's you.
Does he when he knocks on the dude's door? Does the dude open it up? What's he do?
How fearful is that guy? What would he?
I guarantee you, he doesn't say, "Did you bring your bitch with you?"
Yeah,
I don't think he says. You, KD? I don't think he says that.
So Cody's at day baseball, you think? Huh?
Yeah, I think so. Anywho,
I thought it'd be different.
No,
I thought it'd be.
Why would you expect any different?
I don't know. I thought
it's day. It's baseball season.
It's baseball.
That's where
season.
he's at.
He's day baseball.
Day baseball.
Nikki tries to come in.
You don't get a nickname. Day baseball Cody.
Day baseball Cody. That's
not just thrown around willy nilly.
No. That's
you earn that.
Yep. And we're not the type of people to just bully someone and give them a nickname that's not apt.
No.
You and I don't like to play that kind of game.
No, we give nicknames that mean a lot.
And yes.
Like PC and Mags.
PC, Mags.
Worms.
The American Dream, Dustin Jacobs.
I mean, these are thoughtful nicknames.
Thoughtful. We really pour a lot into this.
A lot of effort put into them.
A whole lot of effort goes into this. Fuck, man.
You can call me Al Capone. God rest in peace.
Joe, you can call me Al Capone. May he rest in peace. By the way, it's Eddie Pence's birthday, the day we're filming this, everybody. Happy birthday to you, my friend.
Thank you.
Are you excited? Do you feel any older? Does it not really?
No, other than the gray hairs, I don't really feel old.
That's good. Did you get anything good for your birthday so far?
No, I don't really ask for presents for my birthday. I just sort of if throughout the year, if I see something I want, I just buy it. And I'm like, well, that's my birthday present.
Birthday present.
I don't believe in waiting for a day to get what you want. Just if you're an adult and you have means, you just go get what you want.
It's your birthday every day. That's how it is.
Is that not the best way to live?
It's the only way.
Like, why would I have a birthday in June and it's like September? Like, oh, give me that for my birthday. Why would I want to wait?
Just get it now.
Just get it.
Buy me this shit now.
Why would I want to wait from September to June to get that thing?
By the way, I want to thank all the Ramblers for all the figures they've sent you and I over the years.
Dude.
But Andrea is like, now she's mad.
Why?
She's like, we don't have enough space. Keep sending them. I don't give a fuck.
Keep sending.
But
don't stop sending.
But she's like, tell them to send me like leggings from Athleta or Lululemon. I'm like, the ball's on you. The ball's
She's
on
not
you.
doing the show.
You're not on the, you don't do. You just come in to defend the Backstreet Boys, Schmerelson, Crocodile Dundee 2,
Hacksaw Jim
and
Duggan.
Hacksaw. Like that's it. That's it. She's here to do that, and then now she's demanding.
And then they get
Believe it.
suspicious, thinking, "Oh, we're just buying these figures," and then saying the Ramblers are sending them to us.
Exactly.
That's not happening.
Right? See,
That's not happening.
She likes to pull that card.
We earn those figures.
We earn them
from the fans,
and we thank you.
And we thank you.
By the way,
and
this
for her
is
to belittle your gifts in such a way,
you believe this?
Angers not just us, but corporate.
Corporate. Oh, they get real pissed.
They get real pissed.
They hiss at her.
Yeah.
This is Ramble 310, by the way.
Oh, okay.
When were we buried?
7.
They called it at number 7.
They called it 7.
Fuck.
They gave us
Wow.
a 5-episode leeway.
Right. After 2.
Sort of a soft opening.
Yes.
And then we did the hard opening at 6, and then 7. They're like, "You guys got to stop doing this."
This is over. And look at us, 310 later. We're just
Still chugging along.
unstoppable. Unstoppable.
I think that's the word.
Maybe.
I think that's the word for it.
The most.
We survived cancer.
The fuck else? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can email us, ramble@theramblepod.com.
You
We
can
have
do
a
that.
Twitter page. I don't know if you knew that. It's at
We do.
at
Only
Podcast
211
Ramble.
people know that.
That's a lot more. Listen, I see the numbers. Just saying.
Only 211 people know about our Twitter page.
I mean, I'm just saying we have a lot more than 200. I'm not trying to brag, but our monthly numbers, way more than 211. So at Podcast Ramble 1, Instagram at Podcast Ramble. We have merch.
We do.
We have a T Public store.
Now, is Cody not setting up that new merch page because I took so long to get him the stuff? Now
I
he's
think
trying to
it's
take,
like a payback thing.
Now he's taking an equal amount of time to set it
I
up.
think it's some weird payback thing.
Okay, it's weird.
But I mean,
it's a weird flex.
Kind of hard to set up a merch store that we so desperately need.
Yeah.
When you're watching day baseball.
And you're scoring day baseball.
You're scoring a day baseball game. A AA minor league day baseball game that you're scoring. I mean, come on.
Right. And then comparing scorecards with the guy next to you.
My God.
Yeah.
My God. Now, I don't know how this is possible, but I believe it was Rambler Extraordinaire. Oh, shit.
Whoa,
Oh, no.
whoa.
Oh, no.
Why?
Keep your eyes on the green room.
Okay.
Just keep your eyes on the
Eyes
green
are
room.
on the green room.
Keep your all I'm saying, keep your eyes on the green room.
Okay,
That's
they're
it.
on. I'm looking. I see us.
Okay.
But that's
I know.
what I saw
I'm just,
when I started this.
I'm just saying, keep your eye
Because
solely fixated on the green room.
I think we're moving along pretty well here, just us.
We're doing great.
In what people call classic Ramble fashion.
Classic Ramble. It's old school, the way it needed to be. But I'm just saying, I don't know, but just keep your eyes peeled. Maybe he grabbed that Secret Service agent and he got his hands on the wheel of that car.
And he turned that car around
turned
from
it.
day baseball.
From day baseball. Now, you emailed it to Cody, is that right?
I did. email it to Cody.
Just want to let him know.
Did he not get it?
I'm just telling him. It just should be. I mean, this is all a ruse. It's probably all a ruse. He's probably just trying to buy time for Ramble.
He's probably
Corporate.
bored in line waiting for a hot dog.
Another hot dog.
And thought he would just
Wait, but how do
troll
you
us.
do that if you're scoring a game? You can't even go take a shit. You can't even take a piss if you're scoring a fucking game.
Maybe they brought a new pitcher and that guy's warming up. Maybe they're warming up.
Oh, and he's got,
getting
okay, I have X
Now, what
amount
if
of
you're
time.
scoring a baseball game, how do you go to the bathroom?
That's what I'm saying. You can't piss or shit if you're scoring a game.
You wear Depends?
You might. You might.
You just shitting yourself while you're scoring. Is there a sadder thing to do than shit yourself on purpose while you're scoring a baseball game? Is that the saddest thing you can do as a human being?
Look, coming from someone who has shit their pants on purpose in recent times, it's sad.
But then
at
add
least-
scoring a baseball game on top of that.
There's nothing sadder. Nothing.
They'd be like,
nothing
I
sadder.
can't miss any of this hot baseball
I
action.
can't. I just can't.
So I'm going to sit here and do a full bowel movement in my pants.
Because I need to This fourth inning is really important.
Because I have to score this game that's completely meaningless.
This meaningless game.
This meaningless July baseball AA minor league game.
I wouldn't score a World Series game. Fuck it. Leave it to the experts. They know what they're doing. Do we have? How's the green room? I'm just curious.
I'm not seeing anything in the green room.
No action in the green room, man.
Yeah, I sent.
Man, wow. I do it again. Just a nudge, just to send a message.
I'll
is that how we do it? Is it like just really just send a strict?
I'll send it while we're recording. I'll send it.
Very unprofessional of us to do this, right? It looks bad for us.
Cody Villafana. Here we go.
Yeah.
Just so there's proof of it.
We just don't look professional with
There's
this.
the link.
There it is.
To Cody Villafana. And send.
Nothing. He's going to try. He said he's having power issues. We're going to see.
Okay. Power issues.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if I buy that.
Should we just continue on?
I think we need to continue on as if he weren't here. It's sad, but we just have to keep going. Before we do anything else, though.
Yeah.
I believe, now I don't know how this is possible, but Rambler Extraordinaire, believe it was Trent Unruh.
Yeah.
Was able to get a message to us from beyond.
Oh, the green room looks active.
Oh, shit. Okay.
All right, here we go.
It's up to you.
It's going to take some finagling because I got to change some backgrounds.
Oh, shit. All right.
I got to change this background. Let's see.
Yikes.
That's not what we want.
That's not it.
That's not. Hold on.
This
isn't my job.
No, it's not.
I'm just saying, this isn't my job.
It's absolutely not your fucking job.
This isn't my job.
This is.
So I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'll just add him in, maybe. Cody can handle it.
I'll take care of it. Hold on.
Okay.
Uh-oh. All right. Uh-oh. There he is. Now, Cody, we were all expecting you. I owe you a sincere apology because clearly this is not what I thought you would be doing. Right now, I told everyone we guessed.
We assumed
you were at a day baseball game with the hat with the 2 beer cans.
with the plastic visor that just wraps around your temples.
With the beer, a
and
hot dog,
the yellow earphones with the antenna.
Yes, you could hear the local broadcast, and that you also had a hot dog, and that you were scoring the game. That's what we all thought was happening.
Yeah.
So we owe you a sincere apology, Cody.
I won't say the first 17 minutes of the show involved all of that, but I'm not going to say it did.
It didn't. Now, I told Eddie something that Eddie didn't believe. First of all, this is proof of how boring a sport baseball is when you can score it while it's happening. Secondly, there are different ways to score a baseball game. Am I correct on that, Cody? Do you know this?
I don't know.
Of course he knows it.
I used to score keep for Little League games.
Hey, see?
But that was your job as the scorekeeper for Little League.
I mean, it wasn't a job. I volunteered, but yeah.
Right, but you did it for them. You're not, as a fan, just going to a game and scoring it for your own personal pleasure.
Correct, yeah. I haven't done that in many years. Though there was a time when I was super into that I was doing it.
No kidding.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we went far off.
Can I ask you something? What is the point of it? Is it to dispute the final score? if you don't like it, can you go to the umps and goes, guys,
stop the steal. Stop the steal.
Yeah, stop the steal.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
And do you shit your pants while you're doing it because you can't walk out?
How do you leave? How do you take a piss?
Ooh, that's a good question.
There's no stopping in baseball. There's no
I guess everything is just 7th inning stretch. You have to just hold it till the 7th inning stretch
and then
run.
hope
you're quick enough.
I think that's probably right. Yeah.
Or as Jerry and I were discussing, depends. You just shit your pants while you're sitting there.
Or you look at the guy next to you who's also scoring it and just being like, hey, what's
do you mind can I have a few? Well, a cheat sheet? just the first 8 pitches. I need the cheat sheet. That's it. That's all I missed. Man, that's it. Well, now, can you play the songs and stuff, Cody?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you had to be hosting. Oh, this is even better.
He's in control now. He's in control.
After this 20-minute intro.
Ooh, 20 minutes.
Ouch. 20 minutes. I say we do it. I say we start the music and we start rocking with this Ramble 310. Well, as long as we have Cody, because he might, the storm might knock this out. Now, if you know the words at home.
Yeah, Texas Power Grid's not strong? What are you
Isn't that weird?
That's shocking.
Yeah.
Sing along if you know it. Stand in line, marking time, waiting for the welfare dime. 'Cause they can't buy a job. The man in the silk suit hurries by as it passes a poor old lady's eyes. Just for fun, he says, get a job. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. That's just the way it is. Oh, but don't you believe them? Here we go. Ramble 310, the way it is.
The way it is.
The way it is. Here we are. What I'm excited for this ramble. We got a lot of emails. We should just jump right in. But Cody,
jump in.
Do you notice something in the green room that's waiting? Can you see this?
Do. Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind if I don't know how Trent Unruh was able to get this missive from beyond?
This could make Trent Unruh Hall of Fame Rambler worthy. He could be in the
right
Rambler
off
Hall of
the.
Fame.
I meant my
just
God,
for this piece of content.
just for pulling this off. So if we have this, let's go ahead and listen. We have a message for all the voting. Oh, there he is.
Oh, huh.
Let's Hervé himself. All right. Wow.
Hello, bonjour, Ramble. This is Hervé Village, and I'm calling in again to garner support from the Ramblers for my big battle against Rosie the robot. I want everyone to know that Rosie's got a snowball chance in hell of beating me in this fight. No question. I got these. Oh, and I don't know if it was Pedro or Pancho who said that Florida Evans is going to sweep the bracket, but
That was me.
who in the actual fuck do you think you're talking about?
Oh!
Florida Evans could not hit water if she fell out of a fucking boat.
Oh!
The only way she had beaten moi is if she stuffed me in a suitcase like that cocksucker James Bond did back in 1974.
Oh my!
Oh no, I just told everybody on the podcast my secret weakness. Never mind what I said. Please forget that. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Au revoir, Ramblers.
Oh man, look at that!
Wow, that's
Hervé himself
spectacular.
talking some shit right there.
If that doesn't win your vote, I don't know what.
I don't know what's gonna if that doesn't push Hervé over Rosie, I don't know what will.
I'm looking at the results right now so far, and I gotta tell you, it's a lot of squashes.
Whoa!
It's a lot of squashes.
Wow! This round one is just ass whooping city, huh?
It is. There's only like really 2 super competitive battles here.
Wow.
Maybe 3.
Are there any that we predicted, the competitive ones? Are these all surprises?
One of them I believe is a big surprise.
Oh.
Oh shit! I can't wait.
In fact, maybe we just heard from someone involved in a surprise close battle.
Whoa! Maybe this will swing it. Maybe this swings it.
Wow. I mean, would there be a bigger upset if from where Hervé was going into the Stall
of Fame?
March
no
Sadness,
bigger upset. Massive upset.
Massive for first round exit for Hervé.
This is Duke or North Carolina getting beat in the first round of March Madness.
Wow.
This is massive. Wow. All right. Well, we're going to find out soon. My God, this is your last day to vote, everybody. This is it. So get those votes going. We got an email from Charles Phillips, CP.
CP.
Hey, it's me, Charles Phillips. Sorry I'm late. I've been going through an 18-month mental breakdown. Hey, man, we got you.
Dude.
Do not worry. We're here for you, pal.
I'm there.
I would want to start with saying third wave of ska punk is my favorite genre of all time. Late entry into the 90s ska Hall of Fame. It's real big fish. They've stayed strong in ska since they started and beyond fucking awesome as people, a band, a stage show. Cody's wrong. No Doubt made 2 ska albums and no one can name any of their ska hits. Shots fired at No Doubt. Fishbone
From the guy who loves
ska.
real big fish. Yeah, I'm really super hurt by that.
Fishbone still makes ska. The Boss Tones are a solid pick. In this case, Eddie is right on this one. All right. Well, thank you, Charles Phillips. Hope you feel better, buddy. Graham and Faye. Greetings from the Great White North, fellow Ramblers. I'm fiercely typing this one up at a breakneck pace early on Sunday morning. Hopefully this still makes a show. It did. Sorry about missing out on Ramble 309. More of life challenges getting in the way of rambling time. Had a good chunk of my 309 email ready to go, but I ran out of time to finish it. With that in mind, I'm going to change up the usual flow of things with the goodwill of punting Millennium Falcon, shot. Here we go. In a twist of irony with the top 5 best songs for the worst movie, I choose to flip the coin and do a reversal with the worst song to a good movie. Oh. With this in mind, I choose Lady Hawk, the entire musical soundtrack to the movie. Great fantasy adventure, complete with the entire soundtrack of an 80s techno-funk basement pop band and their new synthesizer. He may not be able to stomach Willow, but what about Rutger Hauer, Michelle Pfeiffer in the Matthew Broderick vehicle that is the medieval love story of a knight's tale to rescue his cursed princess? # brutal. All right, there we go. Lady Hawk. Ooh. That's a blast from the past right there, huh? Man. What was the one? Oh, Cody, we're thinking when we bring back Good Willow Hunting, we do one that none of us have seen. And that would be the Brian Bosworth vehicle, Stone Cold. I think we should see about
the original Stone Cold.
The original came out before Austin changed his name.
Yeah,
it was Stone Cold with Brian Bosworth.
I'd be excited to see that.
I will up until a fuck scene. If there's a fuck scene, I'm out. Like I'm completely out. I don't want to see the.
Maybe we back to back those with his Punisher film.
Oh,
Punisher and Stone Cold.
Dolph Lundgren Punisher?
Yeah. It's not Bosworth. Yeah, Dolph Lundgren Punisher. Not Bosworth.
I mean, but wouldn't you say Bosworth is a poor man's Lundgren?
That's why. Maybe, yeah. That's why you have those back to back.
I mean, I think
maybe would Bos been a better Punisher?
Ooh.
Let me just tell you this. I don't know if you guys know this, but the original cut of Stone Cold was NC-17.
Oh shit! Boss gets.
There was a fuck scene.
There was and a heavy one at that.
Oh, we saw. We saw Little Boz in that one.
What if that's all it is? It's just him jerking off like Bad Lieutenant, but they just show it. Oh, that'd be like brutal.
Every time he kills somebody, he just jacks off on him.
Brian Bosworth won a Razzie that year for
worst. Oh, hey,
for that movie.
For Stone Cold. We got to find the original cut, Cody. I think that's how it has to happen. That's got to be our first live thing. Is we find the original
NC-17
cut of Stone Cold and we screen it live. I think that has to happen. That's so.
There's got to be a cut out there somewhere.
There's got to be. There's got to be. Brian Hill says, greeting fellow Ramblers. This is Brian Hill, a.k.a. Seahawks fan 1987, and I got knocked off the positive review hill, but all that matters is you get more of them. Thank you, buddy. I just auditioned at Knott's for Not Scary Farm. I hope I get it.
Nice.
And if not, I want to go to Castle Dark. I know Eddie was there 2 years ago with his family, and I'm glad I got to meet you, so I can't wait for haunt season. And
nice.
Who knows, maybe you and Eddie will get together sometime and keep up the funnies. Hey, I appreciate it. We will go sometime. We should. Brian, if you get the gig, let us know. We'll definitely go and support.
For sure.
Yeah. There we go. So those are the hey, how are the wife and kids emails.
Yeah.
Now we get into the business.
It's time to score baseball.
It's time to score baseball with the Hall of Fame hat. Cody, how's the power? How's the storm? Everything okay so far?
Still storming, but still have power. So
all your elected officials out of state, I hope.
Yes, I hope Ted Cruz I got to get the fuck out of here right now if it's storming.
He just left on a flight to Cancun. So.
Fucking pile of shit. All right, here we go. It's what hat would they wear time? My God, we're already here.
Oh,
what hat would they wear? From the birthday boy himself. Huh? Look at that. Oh, it's Eddie's birthday today, Cody.
Oh.
So, yeah,
nice.
It's Eddie's
Happy
birthday.
Thanks.
Yeah. It was funny, but I was listening to the John Cougar Mellencamp classic Small Town.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of something. I know you were kind of whatever, but it's your birthday, man. You know the harmonica part in that song, Cody? The ba-ba-da-ba. Do you know that no one in the band or Mellencamp played that? Eddie just happened to be in the studio, and get this shit. He was just jokingly just fooling around. He just picked up a harmonica, and he didn't even, but it was in tune, it was on pitch, and it fit the song perfect. It's crazy.
That's the story. That's not the actual. That's not.
What? Oh, okay.
I was in studio, yes.
Yes.
John invited me down just to watch, and I did that.
Right.
And there was a harmonica laying there, and there was the one that was actually used in the recording.
Yeah.
But there was something jammed in one of the holes.
Oh.
And they were playing it, and they couldn't get out, and I handed it, and I just kind of blew to get the thing out, and that they were rolling tape. I was trying to clear the harmonica.
Unreal.
And that's what made it into
a classic harmonica line. was just you trying to do maintenance on a harmonica.
I was just trying to clear the harmonica.
Oh, did you get it out? What was in there?
I got it out. I got it as a piece of corn.
Wow.
Kernel of unpopped corn.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Did you see John Mellencamp alienate his fan base this past week?
Oh, man.
He's done that before.
He is not afraid to fuck with those Trumpers, man. I love it.
He did that a few years ago during the midterms, I think, like 3 years ago.
Dude, I love it. The balls on that guy. Be like, hey, don't listen to my shit. Fuck you. It's fucking great. Oh, man. Good for him. So the American
Well, if you've
Dream,
listened to his music throughout his career,
how would you be shocked by that?
How are you shocked by any of it?
Exactly. Taught to fear Jesus in a small town. That's not a ringing endorsement of the moral majority. You know what I mean? That's not
That's like the morons that want him to play "Born in the USA" at his rally. I'm like, have you heard the song?
The people who thought Springsteen's "Born in the USA" was pro-American are insane. They're fucking listen to half the song, and you'd be like,
That's why I love like Trump playing "Fortunate Son"
at
his rallies. Like, have you heard the lyrics?
That song is literally about you in a negative way.
Yes, it's about these losers who were able to avoid the draft because their daddy was rich. Oh my God, fucking amazing. So we have the American Dream, Dustin Jacobs. He goes Hall of Fame for the Ninja Turtles, Michelangelo. He's the fun one and the easiest to market for the largest group of patrons. Probably my least favorite. I'm more of a Leonardo guy, but some might find him to be an uptight, by-the-book loser. Raphael's an asshole, and Donnie's a nerd. Charles Phillips, CP. Raphael, all day, every day. He showed he can be a leader. He's the strongest and most street smart. Also, he kicks all the others' asses. Mikey was cool. Donnie was a nerd. And fuck Leo, that cuck. Oh, my.
Wow.
Cuck. Wildcat 626 hat Leonardo. He doesn't even make my top 5, but he's the face of the franchise, the golden boy with the most recognizable ninja weapon, the katana swords. Jeremy Bienvenu, my entire life, Leonardo's always been my favorite. My favorite color is blue. He had the best weapon of the 4, and he was a leader. But when you break it down, Raphael is what keeps the team together. When he gets taken out in the first movie, the Turtles crumble and are shell themselves until he's back and fighting again. So I have to say Raphael goes on the hat. Look at that. Damian Bottriell. G'day, Ramblers. Damian Bottriell back from my ska-imposed hiatus. So are bots and... Do bots and Phillips have words for each other now? Man. Sorry, guys. I had nothing. I'll fare better with Teenage Mutant Turtles, though not by much. I never really watched the cartoon, save for a VHS. We had a few episodes. I love the 1990 live-action film. I rewatched it last year as part of my weekly lockdown movie with friends online. It's been a while since watching 2 and 3, but I get the feeling they didn't age well. My Hall of Fame bandana for this week has got to be the color red. Raphael was the brooding, edgy badass that I wanted to be growing up. Graham and Faye, I'm an old monochrome Eastman and Laird indie comic fan, so I'll have to pull mine from the OG comic canon. Each one of them had their own distinct styles, but the bandana that walks up to this week's Ramble Hall of Fame podium wears a clock instead. The Last Ronin. Oh, man. Are y'all familiar with this comic?
Mm-mm.
It is a very gritty, like, final tale of the Turtles where all of them are dead except for one. And the last surviving brother in the original comics wears no bandana, but encompasses all the traits of his fallen brothers. And it's fascinating who they picked, because this dude is just a complete badass, and it's Michelangelo. Like, he's kind of learned to not be the whoa dude guy, and like it's a really good fucking comic. Long gone is the orange bandana. They all used to have just the red ones, but sadly it's Michelangelo who survives the many tales and adventures, who will ultimately go on one last quest to avenge his fallen brothers, a la Old Man Logan style. So there we go. My Ramble hat, not my favorite turtle, but I had to go Michelangelo. He's a face. I think he's more than anyone the face of the franchise, especially back in the 80s. He was everyone's favorite kid. Every guy, Raphael was my favorite, but most kids, it was Michelangelo, right? He just made him, like it was like Dustin said. He just made him easier to be swallowed by the mainstream because he was the most likable, fun-loving one. So I got Michelangelo. Cody, did you nominate a turtle for this?
I also go Michelangelo.
Yeah, same reason, or do you have a different one?
Yeah, just again, like back when I watched the Turtles as a kid, that was always my favorite. And I think also, like, if you see any iteration of them, it's the one that, like, even if you're not into the other stuff, you can, like, get on board with Michelangelo as a character, as, like, the comic relief, or just like, the thing to like, you know, latch onto even if you don't like the rest of it. So
absolutely. Eddie, who'd you pick?
So I never really got into the Turtles. I was never a huge Turtles fan.
Oh, interesting.
Didn't hate them. I just never.
Right.
Literally their popularity kicked off right as I was transitioning into other
Yes.
stuff. I was like I just got my driver's license. Like I was like driving,
Right.
doing things. Had
Right.
they popped like 2 years earlier, I would have
You'd have
been
been all
into-
in. Right.
But it was just
right.
at the end of my when I was starting to notice girls and like
Of
it was
course.
just.
Yeah, of course.
So I just kind of because I took like a couple year hiatus off of like really cool nerdy stuff because I was trying to be a cool teenager.
Sure, you're
so-
Lucas in Stranger Things.
Right,
Not
exactly.
not to give anything away for this
So,
upcoming season.
I thought you were going to say I was Lucas in the movie Lucas.
No.
But the one I always looked at just in the comic book when I'd see them all drawn or whatever. I was always drawn to Raphael just because of the red bandana and the daggers.
Fuck yeah. He's my
pick
favorite.
Raphael.
But I think you have to put Michelangelo in that. Good, great. Now, Ramble 311. This is right up Cody's wheelhouse. In celebration of the new film, we're going to go, what outfit of Thor goes on the Hall of Fame hat?
Ooh.
Is it the original one? Is it the Thunderstrike? There's so many. Thor?
A lot of cool ones.
Comics, movies, I don't care. What Thor outfit?
On the day this airs, this Rainbow's out, I will be seeing Thor: Love and Thunder on Wednesday.
Ooh, nice. Have you heard any early word on it, Cody?
A little bit, but that early wave of comic book movie stuff you can't really ever trust.
Right, because it's all the fans, right?
It's all the marks who are getting.
It's the best thing they've ever done. Right?
Yeah.
Like, have you?
It's why the first round of DC movies are always effusive praise, and then like 8 layers of shit after that.
Yes. Have you seen Elvis yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you give it a thumbs up? I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna go this weekend.
I give it a very mild thumbs up.
Yeah.
It's fine. I think it's too much, but it's okay.
It's Baz Luhrmann.
Heavy-handed one way. Like
Is
it's
it
really
I mean, do they treat Elvis's drug problem as like maybe a thing that maybe happened once or twice when in reality the last like 2 years of his life
was all he was doing? Right.
They barely dabble. I enjoyed the film. Like I liked it.
Right.
I don't know if it's the greatest representation of Elvis's story. You know what I'm saying?
Do they recreate the scene where he's like, "I'll break your goddamn neck, you son of a bitch"? Do they recreate that? Have you heard that, Eddie?
No.
Cody, have you heard this?
I don't think so.
What? Okay, oh man, this is the great. Oh my God, it's the greatest Elvis clip you'll ever hear in your life, and I'm not exaggerating. It was one of his, sadly near the very end of his days.
I mean,
can y'all hear that?
I don't pay attention to movie magazines. I don't read them because they're all junk. I don't mean to put anybody's job down. I'm talking about they have a job to do, and they got to write something. So if they don't know anything, they make it up.
Okay.
In my case, they make it up. But I hear rumors flying around. I got sick in the hospital. Well, I was, in this day and time, you can't even get sick. You are strung out. Oh, by God, I'll tell you something, friend. I have been strung out in my life. No music.
He's strung out there.
When I got sick in the hotel, I got sick of it one night. I had 102 temperature. They wouldn't let me perform. From 3 different sources, I heard I was strung out on heroin. I swear.
Okay, look, this is the funniest thing ever. Is when he's explaining who he thinks leaked this, he goes, "Hotel employees, Jack," and then you just listen to what he calls the people who bring your luggage up to the room.
God, hotel employees, Jack. Bellboys, freaks who carry your luggage up to the room.
freaks?
Working around, talking. Maids. And I was sick. I was getting a doctor, had the flu, and I met over one day. It was but all across this town, I was strung out. So I told him earlier, and don't you get offended, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking to somebody else. If I find or hear the individual that has said that about me, I'm gonna break your goddamn neck, you son of a bitch. That is dangerous. That is damaging to myself, to my little daughter, to my father, to my friends, my doctor, to everybody, my relationship with you. My relationship with them to say is dangerous. I will pull your goddamn tongue out of the roots. Thank you very much.
And then he doesn't thank you very much.
I mean, to be fair, he was strung out on pills, not heroin.
Not heroin.
I mean,
So
Yeah.
get your story straight.
Freaks that carry your luggage up to your room.
That almost could have been a MAGA rally.
It almost could have been. The best is when he's like, I'll break your goddamn neck, you son of a bitch. Yeah, King's gonna kill somebody, y'all. King's gonna go commit murder.
I thought Austin was like great in that role, though. He was really.
Oh,
good.
nice. I want to see. I'm gonna see it, but again, do they read that? That scene doesn't get any airtime, huh?
No. No.
I'm gonna break your goddamn neck, you son of a bitch. Hotel.
I mean, they really. This movie really paints him as the true victim and just like
yeah,
completely like Colonel Tom Parker is the evil overlord.
He wasn't he?
He
I don't
was.
think
He
that's
was.
that.
He was.
Yeah,
but
he
like.
was.
They sort of the whole movie sort of absolves Elvis of any responsibility for any of his actions. He was completely manipulated the whole time. At some point, you can stand up and go, you know what? I got to take responsibility for something.
Right.
But it was sort of like the movie sort of paints him as like the overall victim, and
Interesting.
never really
never
stands
did
up.
anything wrong. Okay, all
Yeah.
right. Well, I wanted.
But I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
I wanted him to pull somebody's goddamn tongue out by the roots. All right, there we go. Guys, it's time. It's open, close, encore time. My God. Open, close, and encore. Fun fact, Cody, I needed a minute. After that. Eddie, I know, whatever, but it was, you saw how that affected me.
I know.
It was tough. A lot of tears, a lot of just, it was like watching, it was like I got to see the Mona Lisa being painted, you know? Like, whoever gets to say they could see that in person.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You know, I mean, that's from your perspective. I don't know.
Whew! Man.
I was just doing what I do.
I know,
I
but
was
my
just doing what I
God,
do.
just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Sure.
Open, close, encore, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle soundtrack. Cody, did you happen to Google any of these masterpieces to give him a listen or no?
No. Sorry. I'm not dedicated to the show. I apologize.
The American Dream, Justin Jacobs says, I love this album, all caps. I had the cassette back in the day. What a time to be alive. I rocked this fucking thing in middle school. My God. He opens with Spin That Wheel. On closes with This Is What We Do. Encores with TURTLE, Power, the greatest song of all time, he calls it. Charles Phillips, you open with Partners in Crime, Turtle Power. This song kicks ass and a good start. You close with High Tech, Spin the Wheel, enjoyable. You encore with MC Hammer, comes out to start This Is What We Do. He gets to the first verse and Vanilla Ice sends him to Dick Kick City and jumps into Ninja Rap because it's an enjoyable song. All right. Wildcat 626 as you open with Hammers, This Is What We Do. Let's give Hammer a payday. You close with TRUTLE, Power by Partners in Crime, and they finally address a lyrical fuck-up that has driven people crazy, and instead of Raphael, he's the leader of the group, they change it to he's the badass of the group. There we go. And then his encore is Post Malone comes out and sings the original animated series theme song like he did for that new Rescue Rangers movie. Jeremy Bienvenu, you open with, okay, Bienvenu's going deep, guys, okay? You open with the score, one of the score songs, Splinter's Tale 1, a good song with Splinter's movie narration about his and the Turtles' origin. Nice way to kick off the night. You close with Turtle Rhapsody, a variation of the movie's theme. You encore with Partners in Crime, TURTLE, Power. In 2014, a guy in Dallas, stop this, he crowdfunded a concert. He was a huge Ninja Turtles fan and always wanted to see Vanilla Ice perform on stage with the Turtles like he does in the Secret of the Ooze movie. So this dude crowdfunds a concert with Vanilla Ice headlining. Rob Bass, Tone Loc, and Young MC were also on the bill, as well as partners in crime performing Turtle Power from the soundtrack. As the Ramble's resident Vanilla Ice fan, of course I went. Kevin Eastman was there too, signing autographs, as was Ernie Reyes Jr., Keno from the second movie. It was a fun time. Sometime after this show, the I Love the 90s tour started up. Coincidence. Look at that, huh? Man, Damien Botriel bots. According to the Wikipedia, this album was certified gold in Australia. You open with MC Hammer, This Is What We Do, complete with the young Sam Rockwell telling the crowd anything we want, they got. Anything we want to do it. Then offering the crowd regular or menthol cigarettes. You close with Shredder Suite, composed by Jean Duprez. Shredder feels just as scary as Darth Vader with this track. You encore with Partners in Crime, Turtle Power for that cheesy movie tie-in rap that only the 90s can give. Graham and Faze, the crowd waits and the bands are setting up. Turtle Rhapsody is playing in the background. You open with Spin That Wheel by High Tech 3. You encore with Partners in Crime, Turtle Power. You close with Partners in Crime, Turtle Power. You encore with MC Hammer, This Is What We Do. Now, Cody, I'm assuming you sat this one out.
Yes, you would be correct in assuming that.
Eddie, did you do this?
I did it. I saw the movie.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan, but I still saw the movie.
I opened with MC Hammer, This Is What We Do.
Oh.
Do it. I close with High Tech 3, Spin That Wheel. And then encore, of course, with TRUTLE Power by Partners in Crime. What was yours, Eddie?
I opened with TURTLE.
Oh, okay.
I just took it off.
Right, just fuck it, right off the bat.
And then I close with This Is What We Do by MC Hammer.
Man.
And then I encore with Family.
Oh, a
By
dark
Riff.
horse that no one had.
Right.
Man.
By Riff.
By Riff. Who I think they're still, the Riff is still going strong. Are any of these bands still together? I know Hammer's probably still around, but is that it as far as that first album? I don't think Partners in Crime are still doing it, or High Tech 3. Cody, have you ever seen High Tech 3 playing in San Antonio on an advertisement somewhere?
I can't say that I have.
Now, Tech is spelled T-E-K, if that helps.
Not
Yeah,
TECH.
not T-E-C-H. T-E-K. All right. So just
Still gonna go with no.
Ramble 311. We're going to keep the Thor theme going. Open, close, encore, Viking songs. How about that? Huh? I think I know what Eddie's putting in there. I think I'm going to be shocked if Eddie doesn't have Invaders by Iron Maiden. I will be stunned if Invaders by Iron Maiden is not on there. That's a great Viking song, isn't it?
It is.
It's a great Viking song. And Cody's a metal guy. I bet there's a million bands that have songs
Metal
about
guys
Viking.
love Vikings.
They love Viking.
They were the
They are.
original
There's a
heavy
whole
metal
genre of metal called Viking metal.
Viking metal. So there we go. I mean, shit. So get those in. Ramble at theramblepod.com. My God, guys, it's time to read books and play video games. This is unbelievable how we're already here. What a ramble. I'm reading books. I'm playing video games. Bring your pussy over here. We're reading books and playing games. God. Cody, I don't know if you know this, but when Eddie recorded that at my apartment, we accidentally left the windows open.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had to cover Eddie in a fucking giant blanket and run him out. Like Andre and I had to run it because it was already
I tried to
like
get out your bathroom window, but it's one of those small.
it's too small, and there was already like 750 people like out like waiting. It was fucking.
I severely sprained my ankle that day because I couldn't see where I was running. So
Right.
God, that was a nightmare.
It was a nightmare. But we got him to his car, and no one was the wiser. But man, we learned our lesson, huh?
Yeah.
Close those windows.
Close
those windows if you're gonna have that level of game. Jeremy Bienvenu, Biens, is that what we call him?
Biens.
Is that what?
Or
What's
Banu.
his face? Banu.
Banu?
Is that what? What's his nuts would call him? Bryant Gumbel. If he was on.
Listen, Benz.
Look, Benz.
Look, Benz.
Look, Benz.
Now Benz.
Great report, Benz. He says. Reading books, playing video games, Shredder's Revenge. Haven't had this much fun playing a game in ages. It really feels like I'm 6 years old again. Absolutely, it's so fucking good. Damien Bottriell, haven't been reading or playing much lately. I'm hoping work settles down soon so I can start back on some of that. I hear you, man. I beat Shredder's Revenge, and I beat Super Mario Strikers Battle League. I was very happy. So right now, I'm playing Horgy Hue. It's a very fucking challenging shooter where you're a corgi in a little like Sopwith Camel, Snoopy jet, and you're fighting aliens. Ooh. And it's fucking. It's like imagine Gradius, right? Remember that kind of shit,
Yeah.
Except hard as fuck. It's like Gradius was. It's really fun though.
Huh.
That's how I'm playing. Cody, you reading or playing anything right now?
No, not at the moment. Just sticking to movies right now.
Nice. Eddie, you reading or playing?
I just got back in town, so I didn't have a video game system with me. So
You didn't take the Switch?
we took it, but we never even playing anything on it. So we had the Switch, but I didn't play anything.
Man, look at that. All right, there we go. Well, that's that. And holy shit, guys. It's the time of the show where we rank. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this.
It's the time of the show where we rank the top
5. Cody, what's your secret to holding it together and not crying when you hear the top 5 harmonica song?
I mean, to be perfectly honest with
Yeah.
you, it's to the point where I've had to just tune it out. I can't.
Right.
I don't listen to it anymore.
Right.
I actually hit mute on my computer. I just can't. I
That's
just can't
happened
do
before.
it.
It's
just
just
can't.
rough.
It's
It's rough.
understandable.
It's rough. I'm not that wise, Cody. It gets me every time. I fight back tears every time. I try to think of other things and I just can't.
That's. I mean, I tried and I couldn't. And like,
Sure.
That's why. That's why sometimes you see me go off camera or.
Right. Or like when we start ranking them, you might be like, "Hey, what was that? What was someone's number 5?" Right? And we're like, "Oh, we have to repeat," and it's because he had his thing off.
I mean that song that was inspired by an ancient Celtic hymnal.
Look at this.
Oh.
Oh shit! Look
It's
at that.
supposed to arouse the emotion of
Right.
seeing your dead ancestors.
Oh, yeah, that's
there's a
what
lot of
it is.
emotion tied into that song.
Yeah.
So when you hear it, you can't help but sort of like well up, and you don't know why you're welling up.
Yes. Is it weird that it's an ancient thing, but it took until now for that song to? I'm sorry to say this, but be perfected. Is that weird?
Not really. I mean, they just didn't. They don't know. They didn't really quite know what they were doing.
Yeah.
Back
So you don't
then.
hold it against them. You don't think like, "Oh, I
No.
smoked these losers."
No,
No. Okay.
They did the
All right.
best with what they had.
But you did smoke those losers.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The American Dream, Dustin Jacobs. He goes number 5. Shredder.
Oh.
4, Splinter. Number 3, Casey Jones. Number 2, Raphael. Number 1, Leonardo. Charles Phillips. Seeps. Top 5. He goes number 5, Krang. You gotta love the ugly brain monster. Number 4, Bebop and Rocksteady taking the number 4 slot. They're the most dynamic duo in the show. Number 3, Professor Zayton Honeycutt. This is a great pull, a.k.a. the Fugitoid. Great character that led to some brilliant storylines. Number 2, Raphael. Got attitude and the best turtle. Number 1, Casey Jones. He's literally the best of all time. Wildcat626 says number 5, April O'Neil. Hot, brave, whether the cartoon, movie news reporter, or the original comic book lab assistant. Number 4, Michelangelo. The gentle-hearted, fun-loving soul of the group. He's the child in all of us. Number 3, Raphael. Shows that even if your nature is to be hot-headed and angry prick, you can still be a good guy. Number 2, Casey Jones. No special abilities like Daredevil. Not a billionaire like Batman or a highly skilled, heavily armed, and military-trained mass murderer like the Punisher. Casey is the most unique street-level vigilante in comics. And number 1, Splinter. Anyone with enough caring and patience in their heart can be a great father, regardless of biology. Look at that.
Oh.
Number 5, Jeremy Bienvenu.
Biens.
Honorable mention goes to the Neutrinos. They were annoying, but that's in badass flying convertibles, so I always liked them. Number 5, Michelangelo. I feel the Turtles have to be the majority of this list, so Mikey gets the 5th spot. Donatello doesn't get one because he's a putz. Number 4, Leonardo. He's a leader, but also one of the more boring characters, even though he's one of my favorites. Number 3, Shredder. You can't not have Shredder on this list. The dude is leader of a ninja cult and a badass ninja himself. Number 2, Casey Jones. Probably my favorite character. Number 1, Raphael, heart and soul of the Turtles. The only reason he tops Casey is because he's the one that holds the team together, so he's easily one of the most important characters of all. Bots, Damien Bottriell. Top 5, honorable mention to Venus. I never watched a TV show she appeared in, but she can have it. My picks are mostly based on the 90s movies. April O'Neil, Casey Jones, Splinter, Shredder, number 1, Raphael. I noticed an error in last week's list. It may have been poor editing from Ramble Corporate, but Cody listed Kiss from a Rose by Seal as a great song in a bad movie, and the name of the movie was never mentioned. I can only assume you guys were discussing the 1994 film, The Neverending Story 3, Return to Fantasia. Hopefully this can be clarified and amended. I wouldn't want any Ramblers out there to be misinformed. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. Damien, thank you, Damien. And yes, that would be Kiss from a Rose's Batman Forever?
Yeah, Batman Forever.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
What was Batman and Robin? Did that have a song? The really
Not
bad
that
Clooney
I
one?
know of.
Yeah,
I'm
I
trying to
don't
remember.
I'm gonna look it up.
Did Batman and Robin?
Thing is, if you watch Batman and Robin, I know there's a lot of people out there that like my favorite Batman incarnation is Batman '66, the TV show.
Yes.
That's what I grew up with.
Yeah.
If you watch Batman and Robin, that film, that is actually the closest to a Batman '66.
It is.
Version
It is.
of Batman.
Well, because
than any other version of Batman.
Because Schumacher was like, the fans want camp. We're going to bring the campy back.
He did it some in Batman Forever. There was a lot of
Yeah.
camp, but then with
Yeah.
Batman and Robin, he just went full
on.
Like you watch, you're
Full
like, this
on.
is a Batman '66 episode, but like with
a lot of money.
With a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah.
So apparently, the soundtrack for Batman and Robin was certified platinum, and it was a giant hit.
Whoa.
And there was a couple original songs. There was Gotham City by R. Kelly.
Big, huge.
Oh.
Yep.
That's good.
And then there was a song called Lazy Eye by the Goo Goo Dolls.
Okay.
Wow.
And then there was some stuff, I don't know if they weren't original songs, but the main song was a Smashing Pumpkins. The end is the beginning is the
Oh,
end.
that's the one. Yeah, I remember the video for that too. Yeah, that was all about that one. I think that was. Well, I don't know if they wrote it for it, but that was like a song that probably didn't make the cut of one of their albums, and they gave it to that one, I think. That's right. That's the one I remember from that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to see
Nice.
if it was originally for...
Right.
I guess it was. It
Wow.
was. Yeah.
Man, look at that. Graham and Faye, excluding the brothers themselves in Eastman and Laird comics, there was much more an edge with more of a heavy metal feel about the storytelling. Fun fact, Kevin Eastman would go on to eventually take some of his dump truck loads of merchandising money and make the sequel to Heavy Metal 2000. So he goes Splinter, the Triceratons, the TRCI aliens, a.k.a. what would become Kang in the cartoon series, right, the living brains. Number 2, Shredder and the Foot Clan, and number 1, Casey Jones. I can't be the only one who sees Elias Koteas in any more of his serious roles and think that Casey Jones finally grew up and became an NYC hard-nosed detective. It's true. Ramble off, Graham and Faye, Winnipeg, And then, to close it out, we have Johnny, a.k.a. JoJo the Fist. Hey, guys, it's JoJo the Fist here.
What's
I'm
up,
new to
Fist?
this, but I'm going to give it a go.
Welcome, JoJo.
Welcome, JoJo the Fist. Here's my top 5 Ninja Turtles characters. Number 5, April O'Neil. There's something about that yellow jumpsuit. She looks good in it. You know, all the turtles are tempted to unzip that jumpsuit and see some titties. Okay.
All right, JoJo. Came out strong.
Man, my God. Right out of the gate. Number 4, Michelangelo. You know for a fact you'll have a great time partying with Mikey. He also said one of the greatest movie quotes ever, forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for a late pizza. Number 3, Casey Jones. CJ just looks badass. I kind of made my own origin story for him, so check this out. Imagine Adam Sandler's Happy Gilmore character, never found out about golf, never made it to the NHL, and then his grandpa was murdered by Ben Stiller's character, the caretaker. Then that's when he suits up and seeks revenge. That's not bad. I like that.
That's a good origin story.
Number 2, Raphael. I just love his badass attitude and sarcasm. We know he's bros before hoes type guy. Raph will also be a great bar fighting partner. And number 1, this is the first, a very out of nowhere number 1, Donatello. That's right, I said it. Donatello's my number 1. He's the brains of the group. Without him, you don't get the cool gadgets and stuff. He's really underrated. I bet it's because he's purple. But just so you know, all the coolest characters are purple or wear purple. The Joker, Green Goblin, Prowler, Thanos, Tinky Winky, Barney, etc., etc. Purple power. Anyway, I love you guys. JoJo out.
Thanks,
and then he
JoJo.
says, I don't know what this means. WHDAFXUP.
I don't know. Is that a QAnon thing?
Yeah, that might be a
That's what-
Proud Boys thing.
Right. That's what he closes with. Oh, man. Ramble 311. Let's just do it. When does Thor come out? It'll be out before this, right? Ramble 311 will come out before Thor is out.
Damn,
Yes.
we're not doing 311 open, close, and encore on Ramble 311.
Oh, we missed it, didn't we? Fuck. I only know one song though.
I think I know two.
I think I know one, and I don't like it.
I hate it. Is it the everybody knows that we are down? That's all there is, right?
They're the
There's
worst.
Amber, too.
They're the worst
Amber.
band of all time.
You're
They might be the worst band of all time.
okay. Okay. We have
When
to
they come
settle
on the
this.
radio, I instantly change the radio.
But what about the "Come my lady, come my lady, you're my butterfly,
You're
sugar
not.
baby"?
No, that doesn't help the cause.
You'll listen to that over 311 though.
Yeah.
Boo, boo,
Who was that? Who did that one?
Crazy Town.
Okay.
Crazy Town. They also had the "I'm gonna dance all night to this DJ, that the one." But I will. What was funny was
311. I change the station every time.
yeah. I think I would take Crazy Town over 311 too. But
I would take just sitting in silence with the window down.
Okay, you
over
ready for this?
311.
Kiss or 311, Eddie? Go. Do you rock and roll all night and party every day?
I don't like Kiss, but I could listen to Kiss over 311.
Wow, man! Shit.
Like I would never like turn. I would never like.
Woo!
If there's two stations and it's 311 and I switch it over and it's Kiss, I just turn off the radio.
Right, but if you're
But if
forced
I'm
to listen to
forced,
one, it's
if
Kiss.
there's a gun to my head,
It's Kiss.
I would go ahead and play rock and roll all night. We'll get it over with.
Fascinating.
There's something
Well,
with the way 311 sounds. Whatever their
It's bad.
sound is
it's
garbage.
fucking bad. Next, Ramble. So Ramble 311, top 5 expectations for Thor: Love and Thunder. How about that?
Okay.
All right, and then
But Cody would have already seen it by then.
well, he can cheat.
All right.
He could just crush it and be like, I hope this happens. I'm like, God damn. Cody's fucking Nostradamus over
He
here.
could be fucking with us too.
Yeah, he could fuck with us. I really hope Tony Stark comes back as Iron Man in this one. And I'm like, what? How did Cody know? Or not? Or why Cody left us hanging? It's going to be so, ooh. Cody has all the power for this next top
does.
5. You
He
know
really
this.
does.
I do.
He's going to have all the power. So,
All right.
number 5, I went April O'Neil. Eddie?
I went Splinter, number 5.
Okay. Cody, did you do top 5 Ninja Turtles characters?
No, because I think the majority of the memory of my Ninja Turtles has to do with like the most recent live action movies.
Oh,
There
so
has
you
been.
just left an awful taste.
So I'm like, I that's probably not an accurate representation.
You're like,
so,
fuck these things.
Yeah.
My number 4, I went Shredder. Eddie?
Okay. Number 4, I went Donatello.
Oh. My number 3, Leonardo.
That's my number 3.
My number 2, Casey Jones.
Okay. My number 2 is Raphael.
And that's my number 1. Who else could it be for me but Raphael? Who's your number 1? Eddie?
Shredder.
Shredder.
A good
great
bad guy
villain.
always tops everything.
A good bad, great bad.
Good
Yes.
bad guy always tops everything.
And he had maybe one of the all-time great outfits for a
Yeah.
villain. Like, who's fucking with that guy?
Anytime you have a great bad guy.
You're not wrong.
He's
And
top
then
of the
we.
list.
Nobody picked Krang.
No, I liked Krang, but he was more honorable mention for me. I didn't hate Krang, especially in the comics, because in the comics there was just a whole race of them, and they were like inside these like Terminator looking skeleton things. So yeah, but it was Krang had his moments. He was all right. Well, there we go, gang. Please give us a like, subscribe, all that good shit. Leave us a positive text review, 5-star rating on iTunes. You know where to find Cody on the Cinesnob podcast. You know where to find Eddie on the Ralph Report. You know where to find me and all my shit. So find us, love us. Remember, next Ramble 311. Everybody knows that we are down. Let's get in. Who would make the Thor costume Hall of Fame hat? What Thor costume's going on the hat? What are the top? What Viking songs would you open, close, and encore with in a concert devoted to Vikings? And top 5 expectations for Thor: Love and Thunder. Ramble at theramblepod.com. Thank you for letting us be ourselves. Want to thank you guys. We love you. Stay safe. We will see you Friday to get the round 1 results. Man, that video? Did that video push Hervé over the top? We'll see. Get your votes in.
Was that our October surprise?
Yeah,
The Hervé Village has
Hervé.
coming back from the dead.
We love you guys. Stay safe, everybody. Bye.